Welcome to Wisdom of the Bible channel. The book of Revelation unveils 5 unsettling secrets about the Black Israelites, hidden in its mysterious verses, written in symbols of fire and thunder. This ancient text has troubled scholars, mystics, and prophets for 2,000 years. Within its cryptic lines lie truths that not only speak of the future, but touch the deep pain of a people who believe they are the lost children of history. The Black Israelites see themselves as descendants of Israel's tribes, scattered by empires, stripped of their identity, yet chosen by God to rise in the final days. But their belief carries a heavy fear. They worry that Revelation's prophecies don't just promise victory, but warn of unique suffering meant for them. What secrets hide in these visions? What warnings or curses do they find in John's words? Why do they hold these truths so closely, away from a world that often ignores their pain? Step into a world where beasts and bowls of wrath become real fears, and even redemption feels weighed down by cosmic judgment. Here are 5 secrets some Black Israelites believe, drawn from Revelation's intense words. The first secret is a warning of a lost tribe facing slavery again. The word slavery carries deep pain, tied to memories of ships, broken families, and centuries of oppression. Some Black Israelites believe Revelation predicts their return to bondage. They point to verses about captivity and merchants mourning lost human cargo. In Revelation 18:13, John lists Babylon's goods: cattle, sheep, horses, chariots, and slaves, that is, human souls. This chills those who recall their ancestors sold under a harsh sun. They fear a cycle of oppression, a history that might repeat unless they embrace their chosen role before it's too late. They also see themselves in Revelation 13, where a beast forces all, rich, poor, free, and slave, to take its mark. They ask, who are these slaves if not their people, crushed by centuries of domination? This fear suggests Revelation maps a final act where their chains return. Yet scholars argue John's words are symbolic, speaking of humanity's bondage to sin, not a specific group's fate. Still, for a people whose ancestors were treated like cattle, these verses feel personal, casting a shadow over their hope. This first secret reveals a belief that Revelation warns of their repeated suffering in the last days. The second secret is a prophecy of destruction aimed at the Black Israelites. Some fear God's judgments, trumpets, bowls, and plagues, target them alone, as if their sins stand out before heaven. They see Babylon's fall in Revelation 18, where it says, "In 1 hour your doom has come," as a warning of their own end. Many view Babylon as America, themselves as captives within it. They believe their presence here is a divine curse, ending only when Babylon falls, possibly taking them down unless they repent. This fear paints Revelation as a personal judgment, not just a cosmic story. They warn each other to break free from Babylon's ways or face its flames. Scholars counter that Babylon's fall is about all worldly systems opposing God, not one group. But for those whose history is marked by loss and pain, Babylon's ruin feels like their own story. This second secret is a belief that Revelation foretells their destruction, a fire they must escape by leaving the empire's curse behind. The third secret involves hidden enemies in Revelation's beasts and dragon. To many, these are symbols of empires and rulers, but some Black Israelites see them as real forces targeting them: colonialism, prisons, and systems that oppress. The beast is every power that has tried to erase them. The false prophet is every faith that ignored their cries. The dragon is the evil behind it all, working to wipe out their name. They view history as a war against their restoration, with enemies like politicians and leaders plotting their downfall. Revelation to them is a call to watch for these foes. Scholars warn that naming specific enemies risks misreading John's universal symbols of sin and rebellion. Yet, for a people betrayed across centuries, these beasts feel alive, walking in modern forms. This third secret is a belief that Revelation's monsters are their real enemies, fighting to crush their heritage before they rise as God's chosen. The fourth secret is about the 144,000 sealed in Revelation. Some Black Israelites ask if they are these chosen ones, marked for protection from the final destruction. To a people stripped of their name and land, this hope is powerful. They see themselves in the 12 tribes, loved by God despite their pain. Some even believe 144,000 from their communities will stand against the beast while the world falls. This idea is a lifeline, proof their suffering has meaning, that God remembers them. Scholars argue the 144,000 is symbolic, representing all the redeemed, not one group. But for Black Israelites, being among the sealed is a promise of justice, a shout against centuries of erasure. This fourth secret is their belief that they are the chosen, set to rise when Babylon falls, preserved by God's promise. The fifth secret is the most guarded, the mark of the beast. Some Black Israelites believe this mark isn't a future chip or tattoo, but a hidden brand they already carry. They see it as their lost identity, stolen by conquest and forced religion. Revelation 13's beast forces all to take its mark, and they read slave with dread, fearing their stolen heritage is the mark itself. This suggests their worship, their very selves, might be corrupted unless they reclaim their true name. Scholars insist the mark is about future loyalty to evil, not a group's past. But for those who hold this secret, hope lies in undoing this mark, purifying their faith before the end. This fifth secret is a fear that they bear the beast's mark as a lost heritage, a stain they must cleanse to be free. In these 5 secrets, Revelation becomes a lens for the Black Israelites' past, present, and future. Slavery is a curse that might return. Babylon is a nation that could destroy them. Beasts are enemies plotting their end. The 144,000 are their hope of redemption. The mark is a hidden wound they carry. This view, born from pain, sees their suffering as part of God's plan. Scholars caution against limiting Revelation to one group, urging it's a universal hope. Yet, for a people torn from their roots, Revelation's words echo their story, offering both terror and a fierce hope that they are seen by God, ready to rise when the final day.
Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for watching our channel, Wisdom of the Bible. I personally invite you to subscribe to our channel. It supports us and helps us create more videos. Thank you, and God bless you.